today I want to play Brookhaven for 24 hours. And for that, I joined the most realistic city of all, where everything here is very realistic. People here actually work, and they all have real jobs. And today I'm going to spend 24 hours in the game, playing in the most realistic way possible. So now, it's finally getting light out, and I'm going to have to go out to do some things, because I'm in the most realistic city of all. So the first thing I have to do is basically come here to the bank. So for that, I'm going down in a realistic way. I'm coming out right here to get my car, and now I'm coming over here to the front. But for those who don't know, the person who works at the bank is a friend of mine, who is exactly this player. So now I'm arriving here, because I need to open an account at this bank. He said, "Hi, you finally joined the most realistic city of all." And guys, that's true. This is the GTA 5 city in Brookhaven, and everything is really very realistic. There's a player building a house, but to build this house, first he has to remove this plot to be able to make the house. And it's a really long process. But now I want to open a bank account, so much so that he gave me this red card, and now I officially have my card at the bank. I can start working in the city to spend the 24 hours. But apparently there's a very weird car coming here, because I can't see who's inside. In fact, it arrived right here at the bank, and it's coming in with this gun, and that's really weird. He said, "Hands up now!" So I raised my hands to avoid trouble, because I don't know what's going on. But it looks like he's going to handcuff me, and this is really bad. I'm handcuffed, and this will be our end. But we're both handcuffed, and I simply don't know what he wants. He said, "I'm going to rob the bank and you stay still, or it will be the end of you." And that's really awful. He's literally robbing the bank. He's even going up here to get the bank safe. And he really managed to do it and got a lot of money. And all of this happened so suddenly. But now he finally left. He's running out here in front, and he literally disappeared from here. I said, "Who's going to uncuff us?" Because we're both handcuffed, and I don't know how I'm going to get back to normal. And guys, my first hour in realistic Brookhaven is the worst one ever. He said, "The police will come and help us." Look, I really hope that happens. In fact, the police are coming here to check what happened. And I was finally uncuffed, which means I'm no longer handcuffed. And my friend was also uncuffed, and he's going to explain to the police what happened. And meanwhile, I'm going to leave here, because I have more important things to do, since the money was stolen, but I don't work at the bank. My friend is really going to have to explain everything. So I'm leaving now to do some shopping. But now it's finally 9 in the morning, and you can see that the city is much brighter. I'm even stopping at the red light, because I have to follow the laws. And now I can finally go. And guys, I'm coming up here to park at the market, because I have to do some shopping. This person works at the market, and I'm thinking about working here too, because I need money. He said, "You should become a police officer. They earn $1,000 a month in this city." Look, that's really a lot. So I want to become a police officer. But first, I'm going to do some shopping, because that's going to be very important. I'm going to get some pizzas too, and I'll grab some milk and also ice cream. And there's ice cream being sold right here, so I'm not going to get ice cream, because I want to get it later from the one near my house, because I want to see what it's like. And for those who don't know, he sells hot dogs, but besides that, he also sells ice cream, and I don't know why he sells both at the same time. But now I have to pay my bills. But guys, believe it or not, he's also selling wood, and I didn't understand why he sells that at the market. But now I'm paying for this, and I finally managed to pay for the groceries. So now I'm heading back with my groceries, and I still don't know which job I'm going to take, but I'm going to ask my friend, because he's been in this city much longer than me. Now I'm leaving here, guys, and I'm arriving at the bank. I'm going to leave my car parked right here, because I think there's no problem, since not many people pass through here. And now I'm coming back to the bank, because I need to ask him what the best job is. He said, "That car the officer is giving a ticket to, is it yours?" Look, I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm looking back here, and the officer really is giving my car a ticket, because I parked in the wrong spot. And that's very unfair, because I came here just to ask a quick question, and now I'm getting fined. But there's a problem, I don't have money to pay for this, so my car will probably get towed. He said, "Yes, your car is going to be towed." And that's bad. I can't let my car be towed. So I'm going to grab it and run out of here. But the officer came too, so I'm coming up here to the front. But he's following me non-stop. He just won't stop following me. He said, "Stop now or you'll be arrested." Look, I know I might get arrested, but I also can't lose my car. So I choose to run away. I'm even coming up front here, because I simply can't go to jail. In fact, it's now 12 in the morning, and I'm at my house, because I'm going to have to cook some food. And this house is under construction, and it's really starting to come together, and it looks like it's going to be interesting. But there's a problem. The officer just arrived here, and he noticed that my car is in this area. So he stopped right here, and now he probably wants to arrest me, and he already knows I'm in this house. So I have to get out of here quickly, because this could be my end. Now he came inside, but I don't know what I'm going to do, because he has a gun and he's pointing it at me. He said, "Stop now or you'll be arrested." Look, but if I stay here, I'll be arrested too. So what he said doesn't make sense. So I'm going to run away, grab my motorcycle, and finally get out of here. He even went back there, and I'm running away from here to really avoid trouble. I'm heading up front like this, and I finally escaped, and that was really hard. But now, I have a big problem. I'm officially wanted by the police. So I have to get out of here fast before things get worse. I really don't know how I'm going to escape him, because he's really fast, but I can see that I'm going to need a disguise. So I'm coming up here, and now I'm going to start speeding non-stop. I'm going to follow this trail, because I believe this way I can escape, since it's a very confusing trail. well. Perfect. I'm coming up front here, and I finally escaped. But now I don't know what I'm going to do, because the officer is still after me. So I'm going to hide my car right here to avoid problems. This player is even coming over here, and he has something to tell me. He said, if you're wanted by the police, talk to a hot dog seller. He will help you. Look, I don't know why he gave me that tip, but he really helped me a lot, because I need to escape the police. So I'm coming up front here, and I really don't know what I'm doing. It's only 12 in the morning, and I'm already wanted by the police. But I'm arriving here to talk to the player, because it seems like he's very important. So I'm leaving my motorcycle back here, and I have to hide it here. And now I have to talk to this player. But he's really weird, because he has tattoos, and besides hot dogs, he also sells ice cream. I said, I need help. I'm wanted by the police, and I really need help quickly. But he closed his van, and it looks like he doesn't want to talk to me. Actually, he came back here, and apparently he's calling me over there. So I'm going inside to see what's going on. But it looks like the police are coming out front, and that's why he hid. Maybe this player is also wanted by the police, and he's in the same situation as me, and that's why he hid. Now the officer is passing out front. He didn't see me here in Roblox. But guys, this player is really weird, because he has tattoos. He even grabbed this box and handed it to me, and I have no idea what's inside. He said, there's a disguise, and do you want a weapon too? Look, I don't know if I want a weapon, but I'm looking here, and he really does have a weapon, and this is impressive. But what's more impressive in all of this is that in just a few hours in the most realistic city of all, I'm already wanted by the police. My house has already been confiscated, and I've become one of the most wanted people in the city. But I'll take a weapon. In fact, he came back here and just opened the door to his house. And he closed it. And for some reason he has an arsenal of weapons. He really has a lot of weapons and everything here to defend himself. And I don't know how he has all this or why he has all this. He said, I'm the guy who helps criminals in the city. Now I get it. But I have a question. I don't understand why he sells hot dogs. It really doesn't make sense. He said, it's because I like hot dogs. And actually, that kind of makes sense. It's a pretty strange excuse. But now, I have to choose a weapon. I'm going to take a pistol to defend myself from everything. But I have this box where my disguises are, and I'm going to have to use all of this. But now it's 4 in the afternoon, and I'm secretly living in my house, because my house has this police tape, so I have to live here without them noticing I'm here. And I ended up making this disguise to protect myself from everything. Everything is going well. But guys, now I have to cook food, because if I don't make my food, I'll have nothing to eat, especially after everything that happened. I doubt I can go to a restaurant without them calling the police. But now the food is almost ready, and everything here is going very well. That player's house is being built, and it's getting really interesting, because the house is starting to look like a real house. But guys, this player came back here, and for some reason he's coming up front, and I think he really lives in this house, which is the biggest mansion of all. And it's good to know he lives here, especially because he stole a lot of money, and he really took a lot of money. So much so that he's going back to his house. But apparently he left his money here, which actually isn't even his. This money was basically stolen from the bank, where my friend works all day. So if I recover the money that was stolen and give it back to him, I won't be wanted by the police anymore. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm coming back here, but first I have to ask the hot dog seller what I have to do to go back to normal and not be wanted by the police anymore. But now he came down here, and it really seems like this is important, because he got out of his car to explain all this to me. He said, if you steal his money, you'll be forgiven by the police, but you'll be wanted by the criminals. Look, that seems fair, because this player robbed the bank, so I'm going to take his money and give it back to the police, so that finally my life goes back to normal. He said, are you sure you'll be hunted by the criminals? Look, I don't care about that. I just want my life to go back to normal. So much so that now he closed that thing, and apparently he's going back to his house. And he even got scared and went back into his house, because it seems like he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. So I'm coming here to the criminal's house, because I have to steal all of this. But there's a problem. His house is completely locked. So even though the criminal is sleeping here, I won't be able to get into his house easily, because everything here is locked. But I'm going to leave my motorcycle right here. And guys, now it's basically 7 in the evening, and 12 hours have already passed in the game, according to the city's time. But I'm watching his house, and after looking around the whole place, I just found this door open. So I'm coming in here to get the money. Perfect, I got it. And now I'm finally going to be forgiven by the police. But he showed up there, and I don't think he's very happy, because he grabbed that item, and I have to run away from here. He almost hit me, actually, but I have to get to my motorcycle and finally escape with this money I took. He's even chasing me, because he really wants revenge. Now he got his car and he's coming this way, and that's bad, because he's really mad. But I'm heading down here, and the police officer is right here. So I'm coming up to him, and I said, I came to return the money that was stolen from the bank. I recovered it. But guys, he's staring at me here, and I handed him the money. He's even writing something down. And he said, you're no longer wanted by the police. You've received a police pardon. And that's really good. Finally, I can take off this mask and go back to normal. This player even saw everything, and I don't think he's very happy. He got back into his car, and now he's going back to his house. I said, now I need protection, because I'm wanted by the criminals, and I hope he would help me. me, but he just left. I thought that by helping him, I would get help, but it looks like that didn't happen, and everything didn't go according to plan. But now it's basically 12 at night, and I don't know what I'm going to do, especially because it's nighttime, and I got the police pardon, and I'm no longer wanted by the police. But now all the criminals are coming after me, but I decided that I'm going to go back home, because I'm not afraid of them, and if they come, I'll call the police. It's really that simple. So finally, I'm coming back home after so long. You can see that the police tape has been removed, and I'm no longer wanted by the police. So I'm going to leave my motorcycle right here, a bit hidden in the back, and this is a great place, so I'm heading back inside the house. But I have to be really careful, because I don't know where that player is. He could be at his house, or maybe he could be here. But I'm looking back here, and his car is in this area, exactly behind my house. And that's really bad, but I had an idea. I'm looking through the drawers, and now I found this ball, which I'm going to throw up front. So I threw it here, and I'm going to hide right here behind this spot. And he left from there, because he thought I was walking up front. But I wasn't. I'm hiding right here in this part. And now he went back inside, and is waiting for me to show up. I really don't know what I'm going to do, but I think he realized I'm here. He said, "This is your end." So I have to get out of here now. I'm going to grab my motorcycle, and I'm coming up front, but he's coming here with my car, and I'm arriving at the border. And there's a problem. I can't cross the border, because it's completely closed, and there's a police officer here who won't let me through. And that player is coming this way, and he's getting closer and closer, and I'm going to have to escape in a different way. Perfect. I escaped from here, but I don't know what I'm going to do, because I lost everything I had. I lost my house, and I'm outside the city. But now it's 6 in the morning, and 24 hours have officially passed, but I just got into an accident. My motorcycle crashed here and broke. One of the tires is missing, and I can't drive it anymore. So I'll have to leave it here. But that player is still looking for me. So I'm arriving at the water to basically wet my hair. Perfect. My hair is wet, and now I'm coming over here to ask for some clothes, and I hope he helps me. He even had this box that he handed to me, so I'm going to change my avatar. Perfect. Now I look like this. My hair is wet, and also my shirt and pants are different. And now I can go outside. That player is even walking past here, and I want to see if he'll recognize me. And apparently he walked right past and didn't even notice it was me. And now literally 24 hours have passed in the city. I simply lost my house and lost almost everything I had. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the become a member button. I'll add you on Roblox.